Something brutal to Iran moments ago that will change the entire world. Danny Gold for Liberty Writers News reports that moments ago, President Donald Trump shifted the course of the entire world by doing something to Iran that Obama would never have done. Very early this morning, the White House released the first document of their new Iran strategy. They dropped it at around 4 a.m. clearly to make sure the Iranians got a chance to see it for themselves. Now, the document stated in a nutshell that our trade partnership and alliances with Iran are over. We're going to realign our nation with friendly Mideast countries to oppose Iran's terrorism funding and deny them access to the bomb. And then, later that day, Donald Trump today took to the podium and made it official. Take a look.
By its own terms, the Iran deal was supposed to contribute to regional and international peace and security. And yet, while the United States adheres to our commitment under the deal, the Iranian regime continues to fuel conflict, terror, and turmoil throughout the Middle East and beyond. Importantly, Iran is not living up to the spirit of the deal. So today, in recognition of the increasing menace posed by Iran, and after extensive consultations with our allies, I am announcing a new strategy to address the full range of Iran's destructive actions. First, we will work with our allies to counter the regime's destabilizing activity and support for terrorist proxies in the region. Second, we will place additional sanctions on the regime to block their financing of terror. Third, we will address the regime's proliferation of missiles and weapons that threaten its neighbors' global trade and freedom of navigation. And finally, we will deny the regime all paths to a nuclear weapon. Today, I'm also announcing several major steps my administration has taken in pursuit of this strategy. The execution of our strategy begins with the long overdue step of imposing tough sanctions on Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The Revolutionary Guard is the Iranian supreme leader's corrupt personal terror force and militia. It has hijacked large portions of Iran's economy and seized massive religious endowments to fund war and terror abroad. This includes arming the Syrian dictator, supplying proxies and partners with missiles and weapons to attack civilians in the region, and even plotting to bomb a popular restaurant right here in Washington, D.C. I am authorizing the Treasury Department to further sanction the entire Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps for its support for terrorism and to apply sanctions to its officials, agents, and affiliates. I urge our allies to join us in taking strong actions to curb Iran's continued dangerous and destabilizing behavior, including thorough sanctions outside the Iran deal that target the regime's ballistic missile program in support for terrorism and all of its destructive activities, of which there are many.
Bold words from a bold president. Now, if you want to watch the entire speech, you can find it. We have uploaded it for you on our YouTube channel. Now, this move, according to The Hill, chips away at one of the centerpieces of President Obama's foreign policy. As you recall, President Obama spent more than a year during his second term brokering the agreement with Tehran. Now, Iran's Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif reportedly responded to his speech and told members of parliament that the government would react harshly to any U.S. move against the nuclear deal. So, what are your thoughts about this? He hasn't exactly pulled out of it. He has decertified it, which is a very different thing, which means it goes back to Congress. So, comment below, subscribe for updates. If you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up and share this report on your social networks. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi. Before you go, I have a special announcement to make. Friends, this year we have seen record-breaking disasters hit the United States, and I want you to be prepared for whatever lies ahead by visiting preparewithgary.com. We've seen apocalyptic-level hurricanes, floods, and wildfires, not to mention the constant threat of a strike on the continental United States from North Korea. Just one EMP burst over the United States would knock us back to the Stone Ages for months, not years. Now, I want you to go to preparewithgary.com, and for the small price of just $67, you could buy some peace of mind knowing that you have 70 servings. Take a look. This is the actual box that they sent me. 70 servings that will feed you for 2 weeks. Now go to preparewithgary.com for top quality food that will last 25 years. 25 years shelf life, my friends. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner sealed in a military-grade Mylar, easy to prepare, made in the United States. And that's only when you go to preparewithgary.com. Not only does your purchase buy you peace of mind, but it also supports this channel as YouTube continues to wipe out our ad revenue in an effort to silence our conservative voice. So go to preparewithgary.com to prepare for the unknown and support our conservative efforts for the small price of $60.